Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm back after a week break. But the Fagan Muller podcast is back. I never thought a day I'd see sports and business discussed in the same platform. But I'm back, Fagan Muller podcast, growing your professional self. And tonight with me, I am not alone. Unfortunately, people. However, I can reveal that this is the last episode of the first EP of the Fagan Muller podcast. You will have the EP live at 7 episodes. 4 episodes is solo, and 3 I have some guests. How's that for the selling point? But I do have someone with me. I'll show them off now who they're with me. I have a dear friend of mine that I met at university. As you saw on the flyer, I went there with the name at the bottom. I'll reveal afterwards. What did I go with? I didn't know if I was going to go with professional runner. I know he's very pedantic about going professional. You know, you need to have certain things. But I just went with runner. And what did I go with? I can't even remember now. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, with me in studio tonight is Mr. Charl Krieger. Welcome, sir. How are you this evening?
All good. I think you got it, the Firefighter.
The Firefighter. I was going to go with just the Firefighter, but then I got Father Firefighter, because recently father, son almost won. I'm going to read my beautiful bio I put together on ChatGPT, you know. Something that I introduced the fireman to, and now everybody's checking, how is this man using AI on the mountain?
A lot of questions.
Definitely a lot of questions. Nah, you can't do that. I can't get you can't tell me, nah, I'm not going to be a firefighter anymore, Fagan. Nah, you can't do that.
No, I'll never. It's in me. It will always be a firefighter. Always do it.
How long are you a firefighter? Is it more than 10 years?
Definitely more than 10 years. It's going for, if I'm correct, 14 years.
14 years is long, so we know Maka long.
Yeah, even more than 14 years is still the
2005?
Yeah.
Was that your first? 2006, that's your first year. UWC, what's your student number again?
Your 2612742.
You gotta remember that, brother. That was the days. And mine was 2545008. I love getting the lighties now and asking them, what do you do? No, I'm at UWs. What's your student number? What does the student number start with now?
I really don't know. It's like a 00.
No, 4.
Yeah, why 4 be with?
It went to, like ours was 2.5 because of 2005
and stuff.
And then it went to 3 after 2020 the next years, and then they're on 4 now. But yeah, my brother, so blessed to have you in the studio. I'm gonna read the little bio I put together, and then I'm gonna go into all the jabs here, and then we'll go through your brilliant story that you have to tell. But like I said, this will never ever be a podcast where I'm gonna find out what struggles you went through and everything else. I want you to actually share your routine life is what needs to be shared, and how the self-discipline. That's what I typed in my chat, self-discipline, and I typed in. So when I say I typed it in my chat, with Chad Leonard, and I know somehow me and him spoke about self-discipline, and then I found this brilliant thing about what level of deserve, because you work for God, so you can tell the people what level of deserve they're on. But ladies and gentlemen, within me in the studio, I'm going to tell you so why I got this cap on, is Mr. Charl Krieger, a man of many accomplishments and experiences. Charl has been a fireman for over a decade, dedicating his life to helping others in a time of need. But that's not all. He's also a professional distance runner representing South Africa in the World Firefighter Games and completing numerous races. I first met Charl back in 2006 at UWC, where we bonded over and shared lots over our love for sports, him being an athlete and myself being a footballer. As a former sprinter at his high school, Heathfield High, Charl's talent was evident from a young age. He even attended Canterbury Primary with and him I can call a true friend with a GPAX degree. Charl has faced his fair share of challenges, including a devastating loss of his mother to cancer in 2011. And that's something we share in common as someone who has also lost a parent. We know firsthand the resilience that helps you push through. Despite the hardships, Charl has continued to excel in both his personal and professional life. He left UWC for personal reasons and went on to become a fitness expert, completing every course at Virgin Active under the sun before pursuing his calling as a fireman. Now Charl is thriving in his role as a coach, building new programs for firemen and inspiring others to push past their limits. As David Goggins once said, motivation is crap. Motivation comes and goes. When you're driven, whatever is in front of you will get destroyed. So Charl embodies this mindset and shows us all whatever it means to have self-discipline and a strong routine. And so join me as I unravel the power of routine and self-discipline with Mr. Charl Krieger. How was that? For a mouthful, sir.
That was quite a lot, and yeah, you put that together.
Yeah, no, I was sick of it together. I was still looking today at your Instagram, and I see the first pair of shoes you ran in was a New Balance also.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the first post on your Instagram. I had to must go stalk. I was checking, I know this man. And then I was like, nah, you don't really know the man. Since I go look there through the Insta, I can see the Insta is a revamp.
Yeah, slightly playing around with it a bit, but not really into the social media thing.
Yeah, no.
Got a few other things on my plate that's way more important.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I said you're building the programs for the firemen and the coaching, which I'll touch on there because I'm sure people should also think about reaching out. The coaching is important. You have a young boy you've been obviously mentoring to say, but that's been keeping you going. Otherwise, the weekend was the marathon. How was it, sir?
For me, personally, good, as in the race for myself. For other people, I got a lot of positives. Obviously, I didn't tell you yet, but I am a Western Province pace setter, so I was pace setting at the 1 hour, 40-minute bus. Obviously, my bus always arrives on time.
So your bus must come in and 1-4.
Must arrive on time.
So let's just go to the people out there. That's why I said, this man, he don't like you to say he's a professional stuff. But now you must distance, whatever. So I didn't add that in the bio, ladies and gentlemen. So what is it? The Western Province? Pace setter.
Yeah.
So you set the pace.
There we go.
1 hour 40.
There we go.
If you come in 1 hour 41, they blame you.
Yes.
But what if you're on the bus and you fall off?
That's your fault. So long I'm coming over the line, 30 seconds or a minute before 140, you're supposed to get 140.
So now you have your dream of using your watch like your watch is now ladies and gentlemen, I've never ever seen someone so obsessed with time, and not time, it's 3 now, but time pedantically when you are running. And this is because of the sport that running is. Obviously afterwards you do come fine. But now that watch is going to work, you say?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's gone to work ever since I've been running, so.
What must you run per kilometer?
Average of, I think it's, if I'm correct, it's like 4 minutes, 49 seconds, 4:50.
This was your runners on your bus, would you say that's a novice runner or like an intermediate spec or?
I would say it's an intermediate, but he's putting in the time.
Okay, then that's where I wanted to get to. So when you say putting in the time, because look, I saw, and I stand corrected, shout out to Clayton Daniels, I saw Hara ran the marathon. And I think Hara ran a 1:44. I don't know, also I must check on Instagram, and he's a footballer.
Yeah.
Because you had, we're going to go into that definitely. You have a season under your belt. Because I'm a footballer, we're going to dabble into the body. So we need to understand what's the intermediate spec of runner. Just Nantel, what would you say you are in the running business? A beginner or intermediate spec?
Not even close. I'm probably a viewer, a spectator. You can call me that. But I do running over 30 seconds.
But you were telling me now the reason I bring you in this is because this came out. You said now that I was on the treadmill recently.
Yeah, but I walk.
Oh, okay,
But,
okay.
Avid walker.
Yes, not even an avid. Casual.
A casual walker. Okay.
No, my doctor told me to do at least 20 minutes on a treadmill, break some sweat. That's it.
My man, this man is the man that gets any shape or form to the, because everybody, he's obviously made me understand that everybody has their own peak performance. Everybody's is different. I had a season when I was last season I was 2 seasons ago now, I was a general manager at the football club, 2nd division. So, boom, rope shawl in, let's do what you do to work with footballers, and I know we'll go back to, okay, we'll come back there, but let's stay here. I'll go back to the marathon. And boy, did this man have fun with him. So Charl can be very rude. Like major pain vibes, man.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Disciplined people normally,
Yeah.
they don't,
Plus, nou, jy
hulle
still-
wag nie, sy kan nog wegkom met crappy, man.
Yeah, plus this man still come now with a full runner. And like you come from work, you work now at 12 hour, and then you went on a big run, and then you come straight to the field, and then the boys look like, ooh, yeah, no. So,
It is a very good thing, but one thing I can tell you is that it's built in as you become a firefighter, and that is something I can actually thank the fire brigade for. It's just instilling those discipline. It's by simple, small things. Polish your boots every morning. Shave your face.
yeah.
If you shave your face for 3 days, you'll feel like a rubber. But you still have to continue shaving your face just for consistency. Those small little integral things.
You're actually reminding me of my father now. My father was in the army, the Navy, 80s and so on. But I put that man to shame with my lifestyle. No, it's just consistent. Yeah, discipline. Still gets up. Praat nog al since his late 60s, I think. Still has a six-pack.
Oh,
He's so nice with her.
okay. He's
Unlike his son, disappointed him somehow.
Nah, man.
No, not at all.
I'm just joking, man.
You're not
But
disciplined.
when it comes to the six-pack,
Look how structured is this. Your daddy would have been lost here. Thinking, oh, wat is die ding hier voor my?
my six-pack wives, I'm disappointed. But my son is still
Nah,
representing.
here we go. At least it was down the journey.
Yours is in the fridge, man. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
But brother, back to that small disciplines, and as to be back to, I want to know, what is the intermediate? So the footballer, you know, Clayton Daniels plays second division, NFD, pro footballer, Hara is 1986, so he's my age.
Yeah, he's our age. So, he's like 35, 36.
He's 37 years old.
37 years
Ran the
old.
marathon, 144. Would you say that's a...
It's a good time. I think it could have been his first one.
Probably even.
Even if it's his first one, it's a very good one because it's a very undulating course. Nobody realizes that you're actually climbing for 21 kilometers. You're climbing.
Can you just digress there? The word undulating, it was you see, the people don't know this. Can you please clip this? The Two Oceans Marathon was very undulating.
It's an undulating course, as in you climbing, then you're dropping, then you're climbing these little flats.
So just take me through the marathon. I don't know, damn no.
It's not a marathon, it's a half marathon.
Oh, yeah, no. So can you please take me through this? Because all I saw was road closure here, road closure there. So the marathon starts... Okay, you led the bus for the 21. Leave that. So the marathon is a half marathon. So that's how much kilometers again?
It's a half marathon that I ran, which is a 21.2, which is a standard half marathon. And then the big race is the ultra marathon, which is a 56 kilometer.
Yeah. So the 21.2 bus that you led for 1 hour 44.
1 hour 40.
Grr. You must pause there just to breathe.
So yeah.
As like it's, you know me, I can't run long with you. I go run with this man on the field. He spat onder my uit, yeah. I can't so my joints is, I'm a footballer, so.
So the nice thing what Western Province Pacesetters actually does for us is that I don't know how, I don't ask the questions, but they actually give us a pacing chart. So they tell you exactly what pace to run per kilometer, up those hills, down those hills, to come exactly 1 hour 40. So I was actually running with a small little chart in my hand. Yeah.
Oh, Pacesetter is not, so how did we get to the Pacesetter business now? Because I went from, okay, Charl, boom, I'm definitely busy being fathering and running and preparing for the marathons up and coming, and then helping the young lad, the mentoring the boy, and then Western Province Pacesetter. Is that because of keeping consistent paces in the races? Because your stuff get most...
Yeah, it gets registered and everything at times in the races and stuff like that, but that was not the motivation. The motivation was just juggling around things in my life, because racing takes so much of your time. You have to dedicate you have to have an AM, a PM session also. Now that I'm actually pace setting, I can have one session a day. I can spend time with the kid more. So it's all about juggling my life. When I'm ready to get back to racing, I can always just drop the flag, get back to racing again. So I'm keeping myself at a level of consistency right now.
And that's important for everybody to understand out there. There is a very big difference between running and racing.
Oh, very, 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 very big difference.
Because that's the I think, okay, at the time when you were racing, now I can say, is that there was a lot of, like, always talk about this one's compete, this one's running. I can see this one's trying to compete with me. When I know you always in your lane, but obviously when you're running, you can see who's always next to you, who's always behind you, who's always in front of you.
It's like you're rubbing up and down. You're rubbing shoulders with competition. That's how it is.
Look, as much as individual sport, it's obviously competition driven, and it's there's no is there, could we say, a league?
Yes, as in there's league races to get into the Western Province team, into getting cross country teams.
Okay, and then
we still got a normal calendar of races, which is one of the most jam packed in the country.
Is that every weekend?
Every weekend there's a race. There's every single weekend there's something to do on the Western Province athletic calendar.
Thank you to all the people out there that say there's nothing to do with your children also.
Yes, and if there is nothing to do, there is several park runs around the country. It's a 5K timed, and it starts 8 o'clock, and there's about, I think, 20 to 30 in the Western Cape.
So there's always activity in the running
yes,
scene.
definitely, everywhere. Some is pram friendly. Some people, when you get there, just go for a 5K walk. Some people race it. So they cater for everyone. They just give you a little breakdown of the etiquette of a park run. Runners walk on the right, fast people pass on the left type of vibe.
Okay,
and then there you go. Just respect everyone and be safe on the road.
Because the running, look, we always speak about this. People always think you must play sport. But sport in Blask means wellness. And wellness is just that, taking care of yourself. And running is the simplest thing that you can do.
It's the most simplest human movement
that you can do. And that's what you always try to break down, that you can just go run. Keep it simple. But now I want to be on who's in the bus still. 140. So you have intermediate runners in your bus. They
I would consider them based on the 21K, 2 Oceans, I would say the intermediate runners.
Nice.
You
start with how much in your bus?
Oh, believe you me, you start with people running past you and then you start offering them tickets. I'll catch you over there. It's free to get back on. So because the course is undulating, people are rushed down hills because it's nice steep hills climbing. Wynberg Hill is quite steep to climb. Southern Cross is, if I'm correct, it's like a 3-kilometer climb. It's a 3-kilometer climb. It's rude. I even built in 2 20-second walks because I knew it's like even if I put the pace up for them on the flat or lower down, people are going to struggle up the hill because it's a very, very long, tedious hill. So I had to go a bit slightly fast at the beginning, so I could pack some time in the bag, So I told them, okay, we got a minute in the bag, so we can walk for 20 seconds and then pick the pace up again, and then at a certain peak, it's gonna get slightly steeper, so we walk and then we go again, and then we got 10 seconds in the bag, guys.
This is all going on during the race.
During the race, I'm talking them through it. I've got a bag on my back with a stick, with a flag. I got a speaker.
Oh, you that bra now?
I got a speaker in the bag.
Is that bra?
I got a speaker in the bag. They're listening to music. Now I still got, play this number. So it's like, it's like.
It was a real bus?
Yeah, it's a real bus. I try and make it.
So, bus levels.
Whew. Very nice question. There's lots of levels.
Because there's levels to this shit.
No, definitely.
And your self-discipline will tell you where you need to be on that level. Because I heard you say people going ahead of the bus I've never heard people jumping out of a bus that's moving.
Sounds like a party bus. No?
Yeah, but now that's you know. So you must say when you jump out.
You know, wild mind. You on a wild mind. You on a high. You on a high jumping out of the bus.
Dis net foute.
Yeah, so you do actually get that people after the race and like, yes, you know, no, you were right. I actually just had to hold on to you. I knew how to get it. And it's like, and I'm not one or two. It's like, even like 15 to 20 guys come to you after the race like, yes, man, I'm just missed it. 141, 142. And then you realize that they overran it here and there when they ran past you. And then you realize, you know, there's the only one thing I can tell you. It's a game of averages. It's a game of averages and just reserving your energy. It's reserving your energy and just not expending it when you don't need to, if you want to achieve those goals.
Yeah, no, and that you obviously learned through the hardships of being who you are, Charl. Definitely taking something steekgevriet. I'm going on.
Hard-headed at all times. So you know it's like there's always, as much as it is hard-headedness, there's a learning curve out of everything when you're knocking your head. You're not going to knock your head twice.
No.
No.
Just
we're not going to roll like that.
Just please tell the millions and millions of people out there, Charl decided he's going to become a marathon runner. And so he ran a whole marathon.
Oh, that was the worst mistake I've ever did. It's like I won't even
Just tell the people out there what.
Oh my word, it's like that's the worst decision I've ever decided to do, is ever to listen. I mean, I was even part of people that had comrades behind their names. I had 2 years of my sports science at the time, and this is what the people were telling me. And I will never forget it. I had like 3-4 weeks of training under my belt of just running. I didn't have proper shoes, nothing. And I ran my first. They said, no, you're fast. You can actually sit on the 45-minute bus. I'll never forget it. And I won't lie to you, as a sportsman, we always take up challenges, and you know, and I won't lie to you, that was one of the challenges that I actually ducked out of that 10K. But I told myself, you just have them in your sights, so you know what's gonna happen for the next time you try. And I went out and I got a 27. I got a 47 that day, and I just ran. I never had a watch on my arm. I just ran because running is running.
Why?
And I got a 47, and I told myself, yes, man. You know what? No, I underbelieved in myself, because if I had to bite it out, I knew I would have got that 45 with that guys. And just that euphoria over them, watching them celebrate at 45, I was like, this has got me hooked now. I need that. I need that. That is what I need. And I won't lie to you, that was ARD 10K. And a few weeks later, it was Cape Town Marathon. And it was hyped up by the club. And it's like, Charl, you're one of our fast runners. Let's go for it, brother. And I was so reeled in it, and I just went for it. I won't lie to you.
How many kilometers you went for?
42.
Of the 10.
0.2. I won't lie to you. It became the most, I won't lie to you, at 28 Ks, it's like my wheels fell off. My wheels fell off. Reason being, I felt like there was a fat stone in my shoe. I'll never forget it. I took my shoe off, and I still felt like there was a stone there. And then I took my sock off, and it's like, there's nothing there. But my feet felt for the first time what ground pound is. Your body is not conditioned to do what you are doing to it today, my boy.
Ground pound.
Ground pound. And today I am going to hurt you. And you want to finish it, and you know, you bite it out, and the body my hammy starts pulling. My calf starts pulling. I don't know how I have it. I'm bending forward. I'm bending backwards. I'm throwing my whole body wet. And I won't lie to you. I was like, what is this people telling me to do? What is this people telling me to do? It's already 4.5 hours. I'm like, oh my God. I've never did something this long. I came over the line at 4 hours and 47 minutes, guys.
Oh, you still got over the line. Is that in time, not a cutoff?
No, it's well in time. It's even in time to qualify to do comrades.
So, but you
To go for the 90 kilometer, and I was like, if that is how I'm feeling, wobbly wheels at 28 already.
90 death.
Death
Do you part?
Today I'll say it, and I'll say it for another, I don't know how many years. I don't aspire to do comrades. I don't aspire to do it. Yeah. Anyway, I won't lie to you. I came back with overstretched Achilles. I had I'd plantar fasciitis. I think I had a mild tear in my right hamstring.
Oh.
I was buggered. I hurt my ITB in my left leg. I won't lie to you. I had to book off sick from work.
Ooh.
I was in bed for a full week to recover. My body has never ever gone through something like that. And then I decided, while laying in the bed, you're taking this all in. Like, what happened to
And
me?
you did it to yourself.
Yes. And why?
Self-inflicted pains.
And now you just think it's like going through the process of, I love sport, I've studied this, why? It's like, you're asking all these questions, and I just came to the realization that I needed to back myself. I needed to back myself and my understanding of what I've studied and put what I know into practice. And that was the best ever thing to happen to me. And that was the only learning curve that I took out of that marathon.
Yeah.
And going forward right now, I am on a 3-hour 12 marathon.
Yo.
From breaking at 4 hours 47.
Yo. But you would say nowadays you specialize in your 21. You enjoy your 21 more.
I definitely do. My life is packed. I don't have the time to actually be training for a marathon.
That's the one thing we wanted to speak about. I told you I'm going to touch on that, is the training for a marathon. There's most also the running versus racing. If you're just going to go run the marathon, you have to put in some training.
Oh, yes, definitely. And I don't even advise somebody that is even attempting a marathon not to, just because he's running it, to finish it, not to train. You got to train.
And you got to train for the marathon.
There we go. You got to train marathon specific. You need to put in the time on the road. And
So-
that is what happens. You need time.
Ladies and gentlemen, in studio, Charl Krieger, fireman you don't. That's why I didn't know what to put on there, because you don't know if it's fireman by day or by night, because you work right through the day and the night.
Not anymore.
Yeah, but still, I must know how you used to work. It covered 24-hour shifts. So, Charl Krieger in studio, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, Fagan Muller podcast. Please like and subscribe. Go into a little segment I like to call Anecdote of the Day. So this one I pulled out from, I spoke to you, and on the start I mentioned about the 3 levels of deserve. So we can speak about this in the different facets, even in the fire department, even in running, even in anything. But something, the guru, Mr. Chad Leonard put together. So it says, no one gets something because they need it. We all need things. We only experience life on 3 levels. And that's based on 3 levels of deserved. So, first level, we either get less than we deserve. Okay. Second one, we either get exactly what we deserve. And thirdly, what we all would love is you get a lot more than you deserve. All right. So that's it. We are always in momentum. Never let anybody ever convince you we are not in momentum. However, you need to decide what way your momentum is going, if you're going in the right direction or in the wrong direction. So, currently, is your direction pushing you to become first, second, or third? Currently, are you getting more than you deserve, exactly what you deserve, or less than you deserve? Very important. How important is your personal philosophy to understanding this? If anybody asks you a question and your answer is, I don't know, you are already in trouble. You are already experiencing things on getting less than you deserve. How does a person look that's getting less than they deserve? Like so because I wanted to speak about in the running fraternity. Someone runs in your bus and they start with you and you don't get the time. They fall off the bus and they end up by 160. What would you, or what would that be, how can I say, what would be the determiners of someone getting less than they deserve in a 21-kilometer race?
Oh, there's so much facets to it. I mean, some people...
Look, because it's intermediate.
As much as it's intermediate, you could be an intermediate to running. And you want it that much that you push yourself so hard that there's a facet that you're not taking into consideration, which is rest and sleep.
Oh, that's an important one there.
And that is something you can't get back. You can't get sleep back.
So rest and sleep, very important to training.
Very, very important.
So in your bus, with you, like you said, yours is the intermediate bus. What is the highest level bus that you can get on? The Uber Black bus?
There's some races has 135 buses,
Yeah.
some buses there's 90-minute buses.
So in that race, is a 90-minute.
There wasn't a 90-minute bus. I would have loved to run the 135-minute bus because I'm in 135 shape type of thing. So, but they gave me the 140 bus, which I'm quite happy with. So yeah.
And then there's 145.
Yeah, then it goes up to 2 hour 40.
Nice.
Yeah.
And people just jump on the bus.
Stick to it. Don't need to look at my watch. I know this person's going to bring me in on time.
And that's what you should be training for.
Some people don't like it that way. Some people like running their own race. You understand?
I see what you're saying.
You understand? So it's like once they realize that it's the game of averages, then it's like, okay, this person knows what he's doing or this person doesn't know. So as a pace setter, you kind of put on trends like, oh no, we know how he runs. He's going to get you there.
Okay, I see how you operate. How long have you been doing the pace setting thing now?
I've been doing the pace setting thing since the baby was born. I've just decided, you know what, put some time into getting to know what fatherhood is all about.
100%.
And yeah, and just keeping a small little portion of my time to also enjoy what I love doing and not just throw it by the wayside, which is my running. Find new ways on loving it more. And my first race I did was a half marathon in, I think, Stellenbosch, which was the Winelands half marathon. And I came over and my bus was like, there was like 9-10 people in there. And once I came over the line, it's like, sure, okay, I got it. Grabbed a Coke. And as I came over the line, it's like, I'm not telling you a word of a lie. It's like 45 to 60 people telling me, thank you. You got me there. You got me there. And I'm like, I never even saw you. I never even saw you. And the music you were playing was liquor. And I'm like, I didn't see 30 or 40 of these people.
You were just seeing 9.
I just saw 9 or 10 people. And so what I did is right now is, because I'm running with my cell phone now also in my hand, because people want to listen to certain type of music. They've learned that I'm that guy now. So play this song, then it's like, okay, I can just get it on my phone quickly while I'm playing it through the speaker.
Right, this is I think you started by saying you're not on social media. Watch out. The bus for us.
It's a little Joel bus. They love it, you know. Sometimes the tunnies even join me. There's some, I won't lie to you, there's some really people of age that even jump onto the bus and they hold on to it. They hold on
that
to
time.
it. Yeah. There's people that runs even way better times than that at that age.
You're making it sound like being on the bus is less work than racing.
Oh yes, definitely. It's enjoyable.
But now why is the preparation less?
I won't say the
Let's talk
preparation.
about the racing prep. 21K, if you go run a 21K, what would you like to run it in if you were racing?
I run like
what's your best time? Your PB?
126.
Okay.
So it's I'm not a very, very fast runner, but I'm a consistent runner.
Okay.
So I mean, and to tell people I got a 126 at 2 Oceans. It's an uphill course. People will tell me, if that is your PB on an uphill course, you're supposed to be doing way better on flat courses.
Okay.
But it's like, you know,
What one is flat? So what was it again? Not what one. 2 Oceans is
undulating.
undulating.
New word.
New word alert. Undulating. Jy lyk baie undulating vandag. It means you look up and down.
Up and down.
Gotta use it in context. So, and then a flat marathon. Where would a flat one be for those out there? All the runners and runners is checking. Ich had two oceans. It's so undulating.
There's so much out there. There's Peninsula Half Marathon, which is quite flat.
Are those like, so our signature obviously races is 2 oceans, and then the Cape Town Marathon.
There's Cape Town.
How's Cape Town Marathon?
Cape Town Marathon is going to be flat right now.
Why is it going to be flat? Why does it sound like
Because
you
you
run on top of Table Mountain now?
No. You used to run through what's that area over there in town?
Book up.
Yeah, before you come through town, man. So it's like quite hilly. So they've
That's
taken
not
that.
hilly. That's Book up is in a 90.
So they've taken that out right now. So they've flattened out the course. So it's gonna be a faster course this year coming up.
What is that hill there in the Death Hill in Book up? Is
Yeah,
it
Kusista Hill.
the Kusista Hill? Oh,
And that's also another 21K. It's called Slave Route. So yeah.
slave route. But that is then leaning like Michael Jackson, isn't it? You know, I've seen that. But your love for running was evident because we came from university. I met Charl. Charl also ran at university. Oh yeah, we did get a request to ask Jade Cubido. I'm saying it live, team. Do you remember running naked on the beach in Pretoria or PE? Yeah, that's the things that he did before he was a fireman. He just smiles. So Charl also represented University,
Curse you.
University Sport South Africa and University Sport. We ran USA. He ran USA. I played USA. Let's talk a bit about the sport of running. How is it doing, brother?
The sport
I know
of
you're
running.
very passionate about it.
I can tell you now, there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of things happening in the country by the looks of things.
Okay, nice.
A lot of
It's good to hear from you.
yeah. There's a lot of things happening because our boys are starting to push the times now, and they basically they're representing themselves, and that is quite a nice thing when you see athletes come out and it's not about the money anymore. It's passion driven. Precious Mashele just broke the 10 kilometer South African record right now.
Sure.
27 minutes, 26 seconds.
Sure.
So it's flying. He's flying.
And Wade, so he's back, obviously.
Yeah, Wade is back. So, you know, we've got a few ladies that's doing well. We got a young lady from Stellenbosch that did well on the track last night in the 5,000 meter. People don't even know there's tracks running right now. So, yeah.
Exactly.
The 1,500 meter record was also broken last night. So these things,
Yeah, down your bus.
not broken, but I think equaled or came close to. But it's like a season's best.
But you have a green point.
Yeah, it was happening at Greenpoint. It was held by, if I'm saying under correction, in Jorocad with Stellenbosch University and I think UWC also.
Ladies and gentlemen, date night, Greenpoint Stadium. Hier kom ons VP. Stick uit.
You know, when you say that, I actually wish that gears comes actually back to the athletics. It's missed big time. It's so I won't say well marketed, man. That's the only problem. We just need to get it more out there for people to come. Like Friday and Saturday. This is even more prestige. Friday and Saturday right now, we're having Western Province Masters. You can be over 35 years old and you can go run for your Western Province colours.
Jo, the mals.
Over 35, go for high jump.
You should not classify me as a high jumper.
You're a tall guy, you want to
that's
jump for the
racist.
ball, you know what I mean? No, man. Can't say racist.
We
ran racist.
So I'm some high jumper now.
Yeah.
Because I'm tall. Nee, bro. What if I'm a putter?
A putter, yo. Put down.
So avid sportsman, primary school, high school, now is my digressing back. Because the love for sport, Heathfield High, sprinter. What did you do on high school again? 100 meter?
I did 100 meters and I did 200 meters. I got to 11 seconds flat on high school. When I came to university, I went to 10.85.
Okay. Sissa. Yeah, now I remember your tip was. Nah, man,
It went down to 10.85, and yeah, I started specializing just in the 100, just to focus on getting that time down. Would have loved all my life to get down to sub 11, and I did it on university, so it was quite a nice thing to do.
So so how does this work? You know, in the show, I always wanted to ask this, and I'm so happy for this podcast platform. As a runner, do you just run and one day you just check, nah, I'm too slow?
Never ever.
Because you just check your bolt.
Then if that is what you're running and that is what you're thinking, then you're running for the wrong reason.
What if you want to get, so are we as South Africans never going to get to, are we never going to have our own bolt?
No, you can't say that. We've got people that's running we've got 3 or 4 people that's going sub 10 right now. So there's 4 or 5. So if we look at it in the next few years, I do see us having like a pool of guys that's going sub 10. And Akani Tambini is not bad. It's like, he's good. He's up there. He just needs to be training harder, I guess. But the whole world is training hard also. The world is also evolving. So, you know, it's tough. You need to evolve times 2 down here by us.
So you were running and then you decided, nah, 100 meter at university, no, it's not going to happen.
When you actually study sport, you actually realize that you've got a time period when your body will react the fastest over the 100 meters. So there is a time where you have to put your gloves down and say, okay, I need to evolve. I need to do something else to be fit. I need to find something else to find the love in what I do if I really like sport.
Love it. Brilliant. And then, but when you ran for UW, you ran the 200 and the 400, isn't it?
No, I ran 100 and 200.
Oh, 100 and 200. When you went to, what's the USA also?
100 and 200.
And how was it at USA running against the rest of the country's universities?
That was extremely, extremely tough because at the end of the day, I was new to it and it was my first ever USA. It was a little cell shock. It's like I've ran bad times in the USA.
Where was it?
It was in PE. I think it's PE, Mandela University.
Yeah, in MU.
In MU, yeah. So it was, and I mean, you're sitting there and now you're actually seeing that.
And there's gepak.
Yeah, it's jam-packed. They love it. It's like what we would love to see here is what is happening over there. The stadium is jam-packed full. You're seeing all the people come back and now you're looking at these faces in 100 and 200 like, but you just come back from the Commonwealth Games right now. So it's like, oh, but I'm a university student. It's like, okay. So it was a bit of a bodily shock. I had bad times because it was overwhelming, but it was an experience. It was a total very, very good experience.
Did you only run one? One USA?
I only ran one USA.
Was that the first year?
That was the first year when it started becoming professional, and then I obviously left after that.
Okay, and then you left when you transgressed from that. So with marathon running, you ran at a few clubs now. You also have to join a club, and you can't just stick it in the front of the race.
No, you can. You can actually join as a temporary licensed runner. And
okay, very important for people to know out there, no?
Yeah, you obviously pay for a temp license, and why you actually pay for a temp license? People were like, why must I pay for the race and for a temp license? But at the end of the day, the temp license is like a medical aid on the road. So if anything happens to you, the race will cover you. Western Province Athletics will cover you if a car knocks you, and they'll stand a surety for you.
So that's important for people to know. Like you say, the calendar is busy. I love that you say it's family friendly, so you can do your thing there. So I touched on those that get less than they deserve. Obviously, like you say, maybe they're not resting enough. Then we have the people that get exactly what they deserve. Who's that?
Oh, there's so much. There's so many facets to it.
Yes, when
your time management is right. Everything is right in your household. Your runs are on time. You can see when when he comes over the line, like, whew, I wanted a 140 and here's a 140. Or it's like, I got my 140. Thank you. You understand? There's a different way of getting your 140.
Oh, I can see already how those people look, yeah.
You understand? And now it's like they drinking water, they sipping on this Energiades and everything. And now people's like, but you run with 21 kilometers, you talk to us, you don't even drink water. It's like I'm already conditioned to do what I'm doing.
Yes.
I'm here to aid you guys. I'm not running here for me. I'm running here for you guys.
And I think the conditioning is the self-discipline conditioning.
No, definitely. It's a very big thing because although I'm running a 140 bus and I can run faster than that, that doesn't mean I don't need to train. I still have to keep that consistency in my life.
Let's talk about the training for being on a 140 bus. What does Charl's week look like at the moment in terms of training?
Training is part of my life and I try and do it every day. So there's never a rest day.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Take a 45 back.
There we go. It's like any training session is better than no training session.
Look, and I love that everybody I was watching Mr. Beast and he was saying like he don't grant all the self-help gurus and all this because you know me, I read everybody's stuff. Because he says like everybody is different. Like he's a multitasker. He'll be sitting and writing things down the whole time, and if you want to do now a challenge and throw so much money at it, he's gonna do it. So it's exactly what you're saying. Yours is like it's like train insane or remain the same.
There we go.
And other people will go like, no, like you can't train too much, but you have the other word is like conditioned training.
There we go. And
because that's what I want to get into. You don't just get up and like, poof, I'm gonna go and
no.
Go back.
And at the end of the day, it's not even. Sometimes it's not thought out. It's not thought out. Most of the time, right now, my training is not thought out. It's on perceived exertion. Because you do certain things in your life, there's a certain mannerism that you wake up in the morning. Either you're tired, or you're in this way, or you're that way. So that emotion and that feeling in the morning that I wake up in the morning with is what I'm going to run with.
But you're gonna run.
I'm going to run. You understand? At the end of the day, any run is better than no run.
Oh, nice.
So it's like some mornings you're tired, and if your body is tired, that means there's so many. From a fitness point of view, if you're tired, that's already telling me you're waking up with an elevated heart rate.
Yes.
So you are tired. So why do you want to go beat your heart up on the road? Because it's a cardiovascular exercise. So take a nice slow jog and come back home. There's nothing wrong with it.
Or take a walk.
There's nothing wrong with it either.
But you keep on training.
There we go. It's all about pitching up.
Ooh.
It's all about pitching up at the
And
morning.
that's that. We spoke about the. So these are different degrees. Like I said, there's something we get less than we deserve. We only buy people that get exactly what they deserve. We're not even by the people that get more than they deserve. So there's certain levels. There's levels to the shit always. And if somebody says, "No, I'm fine," I hope I'll be okay. Like it's fine that I didn't pitch up today. It's fine that I missed training. No, I missed that one. They're not gonna end up in that 140 bus. Probably end up falling off.
It's pending. It's pending. I really say it's pending because if you start making it habit, it's fine if we miss one session. Could be that the body is so tired now, it's tweaking the mind. I don't want to train. So, but if it happens, I find a consistency that you're breaking the week. Then you need to start thinking about it. Hey, am I really going to stick to this 140 bus? I won't know it. You won't know it. But deep down in him, he knows. He knows that, yes, I didn't make it because I know I didn't do that 7 sessions. And you know what? That 7 session wasn't a week. It was an accumulation over the 12 weeks.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. The success is not coming in with the 140 bus. The success is doing your training every day.
There we go.
So on the second degree is when people answer you with the things, I'm doing well. I'm getting exactly what I deserve. That's like the type of things you will hear people say. I'm taking a responsibility for my training. So this is when you hear somebody says this all the time, this is the type of person that's getting exactly what they deserve. Certain words determine also, will tell you that type of person. They'll be like, no, I'm fine. I hope. Because hope is not a strategy. When you have a strategy, you say, I'm on it. I'm taking full responsibility, accountability. These are words that people that are getting exactly what they deserve speak. And then we have the people that get more than they deserve. And now I want to stem into, because we just running, and I want to stem into the place where I feel that, like you say, you've been more than 10 years in the fire department. And as a fireman, people love to think, let's say the stigma attached is that you get more than you deserve because you only, I think you also like to throw it out there, only work 10 days a month.
Yeah,
they forget.
used to.
Oh, let's go for the fireman per se. I work 10 days a month. So people's like, you get more than you deserve because you only work 10 days a month. But let's talk about first of all, the little disciplines that goes into being a fireman. And for any young lad out there, my man, I was at Cedar High School. You know how much boys wanted to be a fireman. You know how much people I've sent you, that when you put that thing on your status and you say, hey, that thing is open, and then I say, this one and this one and this one, and then Charles just replies to me, this is just for the shout out to the fire department. This is just to say that there's no nepotism involved. This man say every time, Fagan, they must go through this on their own. I'm like, oh, shame. But to all the aspiring people out there, and I say people because people become, it's like teaching. Like people become firemen at any age. Charles told me a lot of stories, even since the time he started, mad stories.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
But people feel that firemen get more than they deserve. I agree because of what I know, the disciplines, but that's because I know. I know firemen don't have a victim mindset. I know firemen you can't be worried about your circumstances if you have to go fight a fire out there. You can't have complaints, you can't blame anything, you're in the force, you got to do what you got to do. So let's talk about, why do firemen get more than they deserve?
I just think it's the discipline issue. The discipline issue, if you think about why they get more than they deserve.
And when I say more than they deserve, people would say like time, freedom and things like that. But more than they deserve is also a thing of, you become better because of discipline as a person.
Yeah, if we take it to that sense, because
I'm there.
Because if you say they got more time, we people at the end of the day.
Yes.
So the devil has worked for idle hands.
100%.
You understand so there's a lot of time they're doing nothing. But that self-discipline when it comes to work, what is installed into them, it's something that it's something really, really beautiful. And that actually you'll see it stand out in their persona when they're even not in the fire brigade. It's like, okay, he's drinking, but his shoes is polished like you won't believe.
That's his.
You understand? It's like, even if you look at him, he's always a well-shaven, a well-groomed person, or something like that. Or he's so passionate about his job, you'll always have a fireman crack a joke about, or have something to do with the structure of the job that you'll lean over into his natural life.
So also now we're talking about that aspiring boy, Amal Wille fireman is Cedar High School. Shout out to all that kids that were there that never became firemen, because where does it start?
It starts within you. That is, you know what? There's so many.
My boy, I want to say, you can't say that to them, Charl. You can't say that. My boy, it starts within you. You just check him in here. Just tell that little boy, that undisciplined young man out there, because you know there's that. Yes, I want you must say, start. I gave my kids a task. Just make up your bed. Not my kids, my boys. Just make up your bed. Like one thing. Like I know some of them failed it.
No, and even, it's not a thing about them failing it. They would do it. I'm telling you they would do it, but they wouldn't do it the next day. That is what I see in youngsters today, that consistency. They just don't have it. They'll do it. And if the motive for doing it is also not the right motive, the motive is doing it because Fagan told me to do it. It's not within you. I want to do this for myself. So when I get into this bed, I come into a neat space. The motive for doing things needs to change.
So how do we, so again, like I gratefully say that David Goggins, you don't believe in motivation. Don't come here with your motivation shit here. You need to have drive here. Then we just destroy whatever's in front of us. So now the lighties go, I want to be a fireman and I want to go fight fire. But how does the day start for the fireman? Please explain to these young lads. Is that something you can explain to them?
It's quite simple because
they're going like, why must he shave his face?
because
Simple things.
Yeah, like simply why must I shave my face?
So I
You
jump up
actually-
the morning, very early.
Can I just tell you why you wear it?
Yes.
You put this mask on your face and it actually can pinch the seals of smoke and go into your mask and it's supposed to give you fresh air. So that is actually why it's supposed to be freshly shaven.
Jay's 2 years old. Yeah, again. Obviously, I know all the firemen stats already.
So yeah, our daily
Yeah.
is quite simple where you come to work and
It's the 9 to 9 one. Give them that one. I'm leaving. I start my shift
at 9 o'clock in the morning, the first thing I have to do is I have to stand in on a roll call. And when I'm at roll call, I must present that all my gear is clean and in an operable position, I can wear it, I can go fight fire in it, there's no holes in it. So it's a small little inspection in the morning,
every time.
every single morning
Every
at 9
time.
o'clock.
Still till today.
It will never ever stop. That's how your shift starts. You're standing at attention.
Yes.
That's the first thing you do. Your officer comes there and then he assigns you to vehicles and stuff like that. And you actually check the vehicles, off the vehicles. We actually have an educational day. People think we just come to work. It is the only job in the world where we wait for work. We wait for it, like Paw Patrol,
Yo.
and then we go. So we check everything, and then it's an educational day. So the thing is, we actually get into the yard and we do fire drills, which simulates what will happen at fires and things like that, which is quite tiring.
Yes.
Because it can come to the point where we can make it a physical activity if you are a boy that doesn't listen.
Okay, and you just recently came into the
There we
department.
go. You know, the fire hose weighs about 30 kg, 20 kgs.
Okay.
But if I tell you to roll one out 45 times,
Yo.
and then you have to roll up a 30-meter hose on your back all the time, while you have your 18 kilograms of fire gear on, so I can make you listen
Yes.
the proper way.
Have you seen, and you know you have seen,
No, I haven't seen, I have felt. Because I was also new, young, dumb, had to find my own way in the fire brigade. I knew no one. And that was my way of learning. I had to knock my head here, knock my head there, don't do it again, do it again, don't do it again. And that's why I'm here where I am today.
because the fire department, it's not for, like so many kids when I was at Cedar again want to become policemen and firemen. It's like they all want to have that government job.
I don't know if it is the stigma attached to it, that I'm a fireman or anything, or somebody is giving them something positive about the job, maybe the monetary value of the job or something like that. But all I can say, if you want to be in the job, let it be purpose driven, man. Let it be a purpose why you want to come there.
Okay.
You understand? That is the main thing. Because if you're going to come there and you don't know what to do, you're really going to act like the person that don't know what to do. And I won't lie to you, that was me. But I had to find myself. I had to find myself. And it was, my reason for going was also the wrong reason to the fire department. That's why I had to find myself.
Oh.
And it was hard. It was hard. And it's like, I don't advise somebody that doesn't have a purpose there to come there.
There we go.
Because you need to be hard within yourself also to take what you're going to get.
Because you were saying like you're finding the boys with degrees there now.
Which is a good thing. And the reason
For
being...
the department, but also we look at, like they come in there and like you were saying, like they don't have that.
Yeah, that grit and that hard work. And but you know what? We all welcome learned people.
Yes, oh, okay.
We all welcome learned. We all would want to welcome learned people in any facet of our lives. So it's not a bad thing that they're bringing on. But sometimes you got a boy that has just studied and things like that, which is a good thing. But he just don't have that work ethic behind him, as in, this is a man's job. You got to work with your hands.
Yes, boy.
You understand? The big ladder that you have to carry is 200 kilos. It's 200 kilos. You saw four,
Mental just shakes head.
and you saw 4 people that must carry it, and you will know who is the weakling if 4 people is carrying a 200 gram piece of equipment.
Yes.
Because there's certain functions. Because you must throw this ladder up, you must throw it down. It's 200 k's.
And you know who
You need
must
to
stand
take
there.
it off a truck that is how high,
How is the truck?
for like about 2 meters. So
One up, throw it down.
you can't throw the ladder. It's on a gantry, so it slides out. So I mean, you need to. It's 200 kilos.
Or you can't just...
No. There's a certain way and structure, and that's why we drill. That's why we train at station. So when
very important. Eh?
so that's why when we play with ladders, we're playing with a 200 gram piece of equipment. So it's tiring. Once we put that thing, now while we're playing, the bells can still drop. We have to rush to put that thing back and go to the fire. You understand? So it can get tiring.
And I know you've had many 24-hour, 48-hour, 72-hour.
Oh yeah, that is when
4 days?
no. 2 days was the most. 2 days was the
Or
most.
2 days max. 2
2
days, no, I remember this specifically. You were on leave for some injury. I think it was the time with your toe when the mountains happened by UCT.
Yeah.
UCT. And I was like, yo, but you see, happy you lamming at home now, watching all your mates, and you're like, nah, your mates are suffering there. But I do remember you, one of the first people on scene for Parliament. Wasn't that?
Yeah, that was not too long ago actually also. And that was my last one before I actually went from 24-hour.
Yes.
My last big one before I went from 24-hour shifts to my day shift job right now.
Okay, so now just busy helping the fire department, getting fitness and wellness and
Basically,
things in order.
we're establishing a fitness and wellness department within the fire department right now. So I'm kind of spearheading it and trying to put everything together.
Nice, because we need that. We like to complain about we always complain about the policemen. And how they, because the firemen always get their praises. You know that. Like we have one of the best fire departments in the world.
At the moment, I could consider that we have one of the best right now. We also internationally
Yes.
accredited right now as in the city of Cape Town. So we've got a lot of things happening for us right now going forward.
And we're well represented at the World Firefighter Games, where you also went to go partake in twice.
Yeah, twice. Yeah, 2013 I went to Australia,
Australia.
Sydney, Australia, and last year I was in Portugal, Lisbon.
So the World Firefighter Games, ladies and gentlemen, yes, all of the firemen, and they have their own games and like real. Let's run with the ladder.
Yeah, that is the most prestige tournament. That is called the Toughest Firefighter, and that is what I'm trying to spearhead within our fire department.
Okay.
So
Get
our
us
guys are
prepared for
just
that.
get it actually professionally prepared because our guys are just training on their own. So we actually want to put them through structured regimes right now because one of our guys came third in the world. So
Sure.
if he can do it and somebody in Cape Town has won him in the competition already, then I think if he's the caliber and we work around him and try and better that, then I think we've got world standard athletes.
And this man was saying it's no small event, ladies and gentlemen. This man is talking about what do you call it, the athlete village.
Yeah,
And what?
It's
This
a very,
man sent
very,
me
very big
pictures And the
thing.
man is getting very jealous. Chikyara kuruma fireman, but then our fireman just for that.
Well, it's a small Olympics. So
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
there's 56 countries. So and they give you everything. The hospitality is beautiful. So I mean, it's
Yeah, the time of your
country
life.
driven. So it's quite nice.
You had the time of your life in Portugal. You did what events?
I did quite a few events in Portugal. I did the 10K road.
Okay.
I came second.
Oh, is that the one where you got the medal?
Yeah, I came silver. I got the silver. I got 10K road, and then I got second on the 800-meter track also. And my third medal was, if I'm correct, it was a team-based sport that I just decided to enter.
Okay, nice.
For
What was the one where the bra ran you into the ground? Was it this Olympics or was it the last one? Not Olympics, the firefighter games. Was this one or the last one?
It was this one now when the guys all ran me into the ground in the 100 meters.
Oh, sleep.
Sleep, I had to go.
Sleepy.
You know, when you're thinking, must I fake a pulami? You know, must I fake a pulami?
Steegevriet. As they say, they bomb you.
At the end of the day, yeah, they totally bombed me, but my focus wasn't there. My focus was actually to have fun in it, but
Yeah.
I knew I'm going to challenge them in the 800 because...
There was one Bram was also in the 800.
So the thing is, it's like you're in a new country, you are competing every day, so it's something new to your body because you don't know the food. It's something new.
Oh.
So you got to get used to it. And
Portugal.
yeah, it's
Fish
every
and chips?
country. Do you know what? That is the biggest lie in the world. I never found a fisheries in Lisbon.
Leandro de Sousa, Pora. How did this man?
His daddy's lying. His daddy's lying.
He's been lying to us.
I think it's the Cape Town porters that only do the fish and chips, eh?
Yo, nice. So you say you threw your whole dietitian out there or so?
You know, they're very big on pastries, so it's like in the morning it's like always bread and croissants and those type of things, even lunchtime.
Dessert vibes.
Yeah, and it's like coffee shops and
But beautiful.
yeah, very, very beautiful. So your nice meals that we would prepare is very, very expensive on that side. So, you know, you got to dip now and then, buy a cheap meal.
You must, let's see where I can explore.
Oh no, definitely. That's the beautiful thing of being in another country, that I can just stand up and then just run.
So through the fire department, even taking him to other countries. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother, thank you. I think I've taken us through everything we need to, and very important, the self-discipline. So for those who get more than they deserve, especially in the fire department, we know how hard they work, and that's small disciplines. We've come to our end of our tenure. I thank you, sir, for your time, for sharing that insights here.
I've got some.
Oh my word, Nento, I saw Nento wanted to bring out some stats here or something.
No, I'm just before we go, I would just like to say, before you say goodbye to him, I would just like to say thank you to Sunny Naidu for tuning in. That's Mr. Chili Bar. We got Roscoe Palm that's tuned in, Dave Romero, and Gaino Daniels. They all like the live, and we just want to say thank you, and hopefully we'll watch the podcast.
We'll see you soon. Thanks, Sunny. Thank you, people.
It's not the first
Thank
time.
you, Mr. Romero.
He likes the
We gotta get you on here, Mr. Chili Bar.
yeah. We should
100%.
should reach out.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just checking in my mind. Did I pay the tab? Then I was here the last time. I did. I don't know anything. But ladies and gentlemen, my brother, thank you for your time again. Blessed to everybody out there and for tuning in. Any last words to any aspiring firemen, people that want to be in the running game, and what can they look forward to what you're going to be doing now? But mainly, what can you tell the people out there to focus on for being a fireman or a runner?
I think I give this one out to the runners.
Okay.
Whatever you do, find consistency in it. Whatever you do, as in training structures and stuff like that, believe in it. Once you believe in what you're doing, you will reap the rewards. A lot of people, I even tell people about my athlete that he believes more in me than what I tell him to do. And that everything I tell him to do, it just flourishes after that, because he believes that I'm going to get him to that point. And that is the first thing. You need to have buy-in to what you are doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man's dropping gems here. As he did all night, you have to buy into what you are doing. So you must get your own buy-in. Thank you, my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fagan Muller podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Charl Krieger, thank you, sir.
Pleasure.
And I'm out of here.